It's time for the excitement of West Virginia High School volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Tudor's Biscuit World and Anthony's Pizza of Inwood, the Marius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, W. Harley Miller Systems, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's Home Store, Hagerstown Ford, the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Berkeley County Health Department, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm. Now let's send it out to our broadcasters for tonight's coverage.
Good evening from the Cardinal Coliseum. It's playoff volleyball time here in West Virginia as Class 4A tonight in Region 2, Section 1. It's the Spring Mills Cardinals playing host to the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Our pregame show is brought to you by Anthony's Pizza, where nobody does it better. Call them at 304-229-7373 or stop in at 8625 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, in Inwood, to order today. Colin McLaughlin alongside me, Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop back at the studio. It's the 2 and 3 seeds in the Section 1 Region 2 tournament, and as usual, expect a very competitive match, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, these are two teams that usually match up pretty well. Spring Mills, Martinsburg had a lot of five-set matches over the last few years, but Spring Mills heading into this one tonight has won 6 straight sets against the Bulldogs, as Martinsburg was able to take the first 2 sets of the season early on, and then we saw the Cardinals rally to win that first matchup of the year in 5 sets, and then they swept last time these two teams met. So, I don't know how tonight's going to go from that perspective, but I think Martinsburg's been playing pretty good volleyball over the last month or so. Competed with Musselman, competed with Hedgesville, so there's reasons to believe that Martinsburg could not only make this into a longer match, but they could win tonight. So I think it should be a fun matchup, and I'm intrigued to see how these teams look now that it's postseason time, because it's still been a little bit since they played as well.
Yeah, it's been over a month since that last match between the two that resulted in a sweep in Spring Mills' favor. However, those 3 sets also very, very close outcomes, just like the majority of the sets that you had the first time these two teams met to start the year against one another. So tonight should be an intriguing one. Spring Mills comes in 14-12 and 1, 6-4 in conference play. Martinsburg 15-13-2, 4-6 in conference play. So those two matchups against Spring Mills, that one in Spring Mills' favor, the difference as to why we are here tonight instead of inside the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. How much that will play a factor? Probably not that much, but who knows?
I mean, I don't know how similar it is to basketball, but in basketball they talk about, lighting and stuff like that, and playing in your own gym, not just, the atmosphere, or in some cases, of course, having that home court means that you don't have to travel a long distance, obviously. In this case, it's only about 15-minute drive or so between the two schools, so it's not a huge deal in terms of that. But I would imagine that just the comfort of playing at home at all and not having to get on a bus plays a little bit of a factor. But in terms of crowd and all that stuff, you would expect the crowds to be relatively even, whether the game was at Martinsburg or the game was at Spring Mills tonight. And I don't know if there's any sort of volleyball theories about the gym mattering in terms of lighting and stuff like that, they say it does for basketball and your shot. So I would presume there's something there, but I'd have to do my research on that, Colin. But in terms of the matchup and things that I'm looking forward to, I think we got some great players on both sides. Of course, Sammy Stevens is incredible on the outside for Spring Mills. Martinsburg's got some talent with D.M. Bajan and Strovel and Heidel has come on recently, and, of course, both these teams, I think, match up pretty well. I do still go advantage Spring Mills. I think they have a little bit more firepower with their outside hitters, but Martinsburg's gotten better as the season makes for an intriguing matchup tonight, and looking forward to it.
Let's step aside and take our first 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both sides' head coaches. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
WVU Medicine is pleased to announce the expansion of our ENT services in the Eastern Panhandle. WVU Medicine Ear, Nose, and Throat Berkeley has added 2 new physician's assistants to their team. Both Connor Hall and Samantha Barbado are now accepting new patients, allowing WVU Medicine Ear, Nose, and Throat Berkeley to provide faster appointment times. For more information, call 304-262-9400. WVU Medicine Ear, Nose, and Throat, located in the Dorothy McCormick Center in Martinsburg.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Drive More Days is back at Carter Myers Automotive, and this year we'll keep you rolling with a $1,000 gas card. Visit any of our locations to take a test drive, and we'll enter you into a drawing to win a $1,000 gas card. With that kind of money, fill up at the pump for the rest of the year, completely on us. Stop in during Drive More Days for your chance to win a $1,000 gas card. Only at Carter Myers Automotive. Owners just care more.
Here inside the Cardinal Coliseum, let's now hear from both sides' head coaches. I'm joined by Spring Mills Volleyball head coach Sam Junkin. Coach Junkin, regular season come and gone now. Postseason is here. Just give us your overall thoughts about how the season went.
Went well. We've gotten better as the whole season went along. We struggled at the very beginning, got a little stronger. Learning from mistakes, got a little stronger. Hopefully we're looking to try to really reach our peak at this postseason side of it, which that should be every season just about here. So I'm okay with it. We walked with a positive record. I think we could have been a little more solid in some games that we lost there, but overall I like where we are right now.
What do you feel like are the key things that really click for your team to get them at their full potential night in, night out? Really,
when we start off hot and basically are playing in system, when we're in system, I feel extremely confident on our chances against any team. So I think that's really the key, is that first ball contact. Go ahead and get in system, sets, hit our hot hitters, and play some great defense, and that's really what it's all about.
Tonight you guys get to take on Martinsburg, a team that you're obviously familiar with. However, it's been a while since you faced them, I believe over a month ago now. What I guess is the expectation in your mind for how tonight's going to go against them?
We expect to fight every time. I think they have a few more players this round, which they didn't have before, so that should make them a little stronger, I believe. But again, I think if we stay in system, our hitters line up really well with theirs, and we'll hopefully come out with a win here.
All right, Coach, anything else?
No, that's it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now joined by Martinsburg Volleyball head coach Mike Nelson. Coach Nelson, the regular season has come to an end. How do you feel like the season went for you guys?
It went well. We won the matches we expected to win. Honestly, minus Spring Mills, we thought we would win those 2 matches during the season. We did have some challenges during, with some of the more competitive teams. But there toward the second half of the season, we certainly showed up and played against the Hedgesville and Musselmans of the world. So we were happy with the season.
You mentioned expecting to win those matches against Spring Mills. However, unfortunately, obviously did not, and that's why the venue tonight is Spring Mills instead of Martinsburg. Looking back at those matches, what do you feel like are some of the key things that could have went differently for the results to flip in your favor?
Well, their height killed us. They have some tall blockers, some tall hitters on their side of the court for sure. We're going to have to be smart to get around those blockers here tonight, definitely to have success.
On your side of things, what do you feel like have been some of the strengths and main things to bring success to your team here in the later half?
Our serving has improved since the first half of the season for sure, and our serve-receive. Our serve-receive rating has continued to go up all season long. We continue to pass well. If we can do that tonight and serve well, we'll give ourselves an opportunity to be successful.
Anything else, Coach?
All set. Thank you.
Thank you. That was our coaches' interviews. We'll now step aside, take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll introduce you to tonight's teams with Spring Mills and Martinsburg. EPAC Volleyball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back here to the Cardinal Coliseum. Almost time for the playoff match between Martinsburg and Spring Mills. Let's now introduce you both teams. First, for Martinsburg, you have number 2, Sophia Ray, number 5, Avery Sifford, number 7, Abby Rubenthal, number 9, DM Bajent, number 10, Preslyn Heidel, number 13, Cameron Sine, number 17, Emma Bass, number 18, Addie Strovel, number 19, Riley DeLauder, number 20, Gracie Widmeyer, number 22, Katie Zittel, number 23, Anise Villa, number 27, Megan Kelso, number 30, Yaya Teasley, number 34, Peyton McMillan. Martinsburg has a record 15-13-2 overall, 4-6 in the EPAC, and they're coached by Mike Nelson. Now for Spring Mills, you have number 1, Jaden Junkin, number 3, Mallory Schlosser, number 4, Ziana Ortiz, number 5, Emma Jones, number 6, Riley Ratchford, number 7, Ari Bolden, number 8, Gabby Malat, number 9, Marley Hull, number 10, Brooke Everhart, number 11 is McKenna Mullins, number 12, Isabel Bolyard, number 13, Sasha Connor, number 14, Olivia Spurgeon, number 15, Lexi Stevens, and number 16 is Sammy Stevens. Spring Mills 14-12-1 overall, 6-4 in the EPAC, coached by Sam Junkin. We'll step aside, take our final 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, it'll be time for the match to begin. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
We welcome you back here to the Cardinal Coliseum as the national anthem concludes. It's now time for volleyball between Martinsburg and Spring Mills here in Class 4A, Region 2, Section 1. Winner advances to the section championship on Thursday at Hedgesville. Loser, unfortunately, their season comes to an end. I'm Colin McLaughlin, alongside me Nick Verzolini. Dylan Bishop back at the studio. In Region 2, Section 2 tonight, it's Jefferson and Washington. Winner of that will take on Musselman Thursday night.
Yeah, it now starts to mean a little bit more here, Colin. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to be done even if you win tonight, but nobody wants to go home early. You want to at least try to maximize your opportunities, and for Spring Mills and Martinsburg, they can do that tonight with a win. So loss ends your season. Win gives you a couple more games guaranteed. So see how it plays out, Colin.
And this year's format a little bit different than previous years for high school volleyball. You had in previous years, it went Tuesday, you had what you see here today, 2 versus 3. Thursday, the winner of that taking on the number 1 seed. But then you had a Saturday, one venue, entire regional tournament with the 4 remaining schools. And you had the co-region champions face off one another as we begin with a Martinsburg ace here in the first set. Now that final matchup to kind of determine seeding for the state tournament no longer exists. Thursday's winners will host a region championship next Wednesday and host the opposite section's runners-up as the next serve from Zittel across off the tape. Now Spring Mills on the attack. Zittel sets up the outside, and that is hit out by Emma Bass. We're now tied at 1. So kind of the most simplistic way to view it if you're familiar with how basketball postseason action works in high school. That's how volleyball now is. As Bajent makes it 2-1 Bulldogs.
And I think overall, Colin, that may be slightly better. As I have to do some work.
Yeah, I tried to get it, but it rolled past me.
Yeah, it's okay. Fielding the ground ball, never your strength. But here today, we'll see how it plays out. I think it is overall better. It eliminates a lot of matches that very much felt unnecessary, especially with Musselman and Hedgesville, having to play each other so many times. And it's tough to get really competitive matches throughout the EPAC. Good block.
Yep, good block, and that results in a point for Spring Mills. So now it's 3-2 Martinsburg.
Yeah, Bolliard, I believe that was going up for it Sasha Connor going up for it for the Cardinals, as well as Olivia Spurgeon.
Serve across from Connor. And now a just short dump is hustling over with Zittel. And that goes past Zittel from Stevens. It's in, point Spring Mills. So now we're tied at 3.
Yeah, just barely, I think. I don't even know Stevens really realized that she had placed that in the perfect spot to get the point for the Cardinals. So 3-3 game, and see if maybe this is a moment where Spring Mills can start to pull away a little bit.
Connor with another good serve across. Here comes Villa off block, and Junkin tried to get there to rescue, but could not do so successfully. So point Bulldogs, who now lead 4-3.
Yeah, Villa always solid, and she brings the kill there.
Bajent, short serve. Stevens just gets that past the antenna. Another outside attack for Villa. Cross shot put right to Connor off the tape of the net. And now the outside hitter for Spring Mills. Marley Hall gets the point. We're tied at 4.
Yeah, I believe Hall's been a player that came up from the JV. And she's provided a nice spark to this team.
Spurgeon serves. Villa blocked by Stevens. Point Spring Mills. 5-4, they now lead it.
That's always an interesting matchup. You have Villa, who's a little bit undersized for an outside hitter, going up against the tall Stevens sisters.
Yep, both sisters were there. However, it was Sammy getting the block, and now it's an ace for Olivia Spurgeon, giving Spring Mills a 6-4 lead here in set 1, which is brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road. Online at ParsonsFord.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons, and back-to-back aces now for Olivia Spurgeon as nobody went towards the ball for Martinsburg. It's now 7-4.
Nice run here for the Cardinals. They have a 7-4 lead. Starting to establish themselves a little bit. Spurgeon's been on a good service run.
Yep, that time didn't really have as much spin on the ball on her serve as she did the previous ones that resulted in an ace, but still successfully got it across. But that hit from Hull too hard, out of play. Point Martinsburg against the Spring Mills run, making it 7-5 Cardinals. Martinsburg will send back Cameron Sign to serve. Connor. Good pass over for Malott. Sends it behind her to Stevens. Stevens, though, not the best hit, but this time another block by the Stevens sisters, and it's Lexi's turn to get the kill, or the block, excuse me. But it looks like they say she was in the net. Point Martinsburg to make it 7-6.
Yeah, that's big. It looked like it was going to be another point for Spring Mills.
Stevens at an overshot. Spring Mills back on the attack. Lexi Stevens from the middle. Gets it on the back line. Point Spring Mills, make it 8-6.
Yeah, so even though she didn't get the one earlier, she's able to get it there. Now we'll see Samantha Stevens serving here in an 8-6 Cardinal lead.
Yep. Sammy Stevens Line drive right to Martinsburg's Sifford. Villa dumps it over. Bolliard, outside shot. Villa over the block, up high, but Connor able to still get it. And now a dump by Hall, straight down the line. It's a point Spring Mills to make it 9-6.
Yeah, tough one for Martinsburg to deal with, and they failed to do so. So Cardinals have made it a 9-6 game.
Sammy Stevens to serve again. Right back to Sifford. Zittel. Cross for Villa. And she makes all contact with the net that you can. Point Spring Mills. It's now 10-6.
Yeah, just a missed timing there.
Stevens to serve again.
Whether it was the pass or the kill attempt.
Goes right back to Sifford, and Sifford couldn't gather that one in. Ace Spring Mills, who now leads 11-6.
Yeah, Martinsburg looks a little bit out of sync right now, a little bit out of where they want to be on the receiving end of these serves.
Yeah, you've seen 2 long serve runs now by Spring Mills, but it comes to an end here as overpowering that one with Sammy Stevens to make it 11-7, but overall, great job by Sammy Stevens as well as Olivia Spurgeon before that to get that lead to where it is right now at 4.
Yeah, despite though some of the runs from Spring Mills, it is just a 4-point set. So you're seeing some good things from Martinsburg as well.
Quick setup. Kill for Peyton McMillan. Point Martinsburg.
Yeah, since McMillan has become full-time varsity, she does a nice job there in that middle, getting a lot of kills for this team.
Makes it 11-8. Villa back serving. That goes straight to Hull. Hull with a tough hit. Bolden able to gather it. Now Junkin has to send a free ball. Communication error. Martinsburg scrambling, and they have to dump across. Set up for Hull. And another great kill on the outside for Hull. Coach Nelson said that was out. Officials say otherwise to make it 12-8.
That is big because Martinsburg seemed to have gotten a little bit of confidence going on those last few points.
That blocked by Bolliard. Stayed on the net for a second, which allowed Martinsburg time to regather. And that's out. Was it off block? Does not look like it.
Apparently not, yeah.
Yep, Sasha Connor was trying to call for it after her spike, but it's a point Martinsburg to make it 12-9. Sifford will now serve. Long serve. Bad serve received by Schlosser. Make it 12-10. Sifford serve again. Goes right back to Schlosser, who this time is able to get it to her setter in Bolden. Sets up Bolliard. Nice dig there by Martinsburg, who has to dump it across on their volley. Lexi Stevens, right past Sifford. Point Spring Mills, making it 13-10.
I believe Lexi's a freshman, so we're continuing to see her growth throughout the season. Obviously, with her height, that makes her a player that you feel like could develop into a really good player, and you're starting to see some of her development already this year.
Jaden Junkin will now serve. Villa cuts off the angle of Sign to get the first contact. And now a block that goes out. Point Martinsburg to make it 13-11. I believe that was Bass potentially up front getting that. Zittel to serve again. Almost over the head of Junkin, but she's able to get it as Bolliard over the block. Zitto drops down thinking it's going out, but it lands right behind her in. Point Spring Mills.
It
Should be 14-11 now, yes.
Yeah, from here it looked like it was going to head out, but obviously it was able to stay in, so that's tough.
Yeah, Spring Mills really has gotten those angles correctly and putting the spin on the ball to bring it down.
Yeah, I mean, it is their home court. I don't know if maybe that has anything to do with it.
That's off block. Point Martinsburg is Addie Strovel from the outside, makes it 14-12. Rupenthal will now check in to serve for the Bulldogs. She goes opposite side serve. They send it back across opposite side. Sammy Stevens makes it 15-12. So the lead right now pretty much hovering around the 3-point cushion for Spring Mills. Set one of the best 3 of 5. Sasha Connor serves a knuckler that Sifford's able to get to Zittel. Bajent now, off block. Junkin sends a free ball to the middle of Martinsburg. Here comes Villa off the block of Olivia Spurgeon, and it just rattles around on the Spring Mill side before dropping in for the kill, making it 15-13. Bajent will now serve. And it's short. Serve error gives the point to Spring Mills. Back up by 3 now at 16-13.
Yeah, we've seen a few serves from Bajent this year that just haven't gone her way, and that one was one of them.
Spurgeon to Sifford, hits it off the net. Zittel can't get it off the net. Point Spring Mills, making it 17-13. And it looks like we're getting a timeout. Martinsburg will take it with them. 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Back here at the Cardinal Coliseum, Martinsburg's used its first of 2 timeouts in set number 1. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg 17-13. Set 1 brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons, Olivia Spurgeon serving for Spring Mills. Sends it long out of the timeout, so it works well for Martinsburg as they get the point to make it 17-14.
Yeah, that's always tough. You know, out of the timeout, you never want to give up a service ace or service error, but they do happen quite often because it does throw off your rhythm a little bit sometimes. So, tough situation there for the Cardinals, especially because Spurgeon gave them a good run last time.
Sasha Connor goes with that side swing that kills you on serve receive. It's an ace for Martinsburg to make it 17-15 as Cameron Sign just went right towards Connor. See if she goes back to it. Sign does so. Very good job there by Connor, and now a dump by Malott. Villa sets up. Nice dig there by Sasha Connor. Now on the attack goes Hull. Free ball. Stevens, Malott, opposite side for Sammy Stevens. Blocked by Villa. She gives Stevens a taste of her own medicine to make it 17-16.
Again, Villa, a good player, so it's an interesting matchup, like we said, because of the height difference. But didn't matter that time.
Not at all. Sammy Stevens, 6'2". Lexi Stevens on the other side, 6'2". Villa, not 6'2". Don't know how tall she is. Free ball, dump, backside, out. Our apologies there. That ball came over our way and hit our power cord and knocked it out, as this one's going to go right by us this time.
Yeah, but it's 18-17 now, Collins, so the Bulldogs have worked their way back into this first set. And Villa has been a big part of that. She had the block, now she's serving, so Martinsburg has a chance to tie and get possibly back into it, but a service error there.
Yep, service error. Makes it 19-17. Spring Mills up by 2. Serve from Hall. Just out. Waiting for the call, kind of delayed there. So it's now 19-18.
Yeah.
Sifford will now serve.
We haven't, I don't think, seen Martinsburg take a lead late in the set so far, really, since Spring Mills took control. So
Zittel. High set. It's off block, and we're tied at 19. Is Emma Bass able to get the tool kill?
nice comeback here from Martinsburg. I mean, it's never been a huge deficit, but they've been down 3-4 points at times, and it felt like momentum was on the Cardinals' side, but Martinsburg has responded nicely.
Junkin off Sifford serve. Set from Bolden to the outside. Connor. Dig by Sifford. Now a dump by Zittel trying to catch Spring Mills off guard, but Junkin's there. Bolyard blocked. Bolden keeps it alive. Stevens back to Bolyard. Over the block. Right to Villa. Zittel met at the net by Lexi Stevens, and we're going to get a point. Spring Mills make it 20-19. I believe the call was that Zittel went either under the net or in the net. Junkin to serve for Spring Mills. Zittel. Quick setup for Bajent off block. But still enough hang time to get Junkin underneath it. Back for Bajent. Another block by Spring Mills, so they switch it to Bass, who has to dump it. Bolyard too close to the net. It goes backwards, so that's too many touches. We're knotted up at 20 now.
Yeah, it's been an interesting back and forth between these two teams. Starting to see some of the capabilities of Martinsburg.
Connor.
Nice save by Zittel there.
Free ball. Bolden sets up Connor. Blocked by Strovel. It goes under the net. Martinsburg takes the lead now at 21-20.
And it's been a while since Martinsburg's had a lead. So now they got Zittel serving too, so really they're in a perfect position. If I'm Coach Junkin, I'm thinking about the timeout, and unless you can get this over, I'm burning it.
Can Junkin go deep? She cannot. That was a really tough shot to take. It's now 22-20. Bulldogs on top here in the first set. Spring Mills calls a timeout. We'll take it with them. 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10 WRNR TV on YouTube.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Welcome back here. First set in the best 3 of 5. Winner advances to Thursday. Take on Hedgesville. Loser season comes to an end. First set, it's Martinsburg. A 2-point lead, 3 points away from taking this set. Bolyard hits it out. Point Martinsburg out of the Spring Mills timeout. 23-20 now, Martinsburg. Zittel. Connor. Blocked by Strovel. It's out. point Spring Mills to make it 23-21.
Yeah, Martinsburg has a little bit of a lead here, and it's now crunch time for Spring Mills. You can't afford any service errors or costly mistakes here down the stretch.
Sifford gets the serve from Malott. Strovel off block. Great jump up by Schlosser to keep it alive. Connor sends it deep. Sifford's there. Zittel, I believe, sets up Bass. Villa keeps it alive. And that one, I believe we heard a whistle called. It's still being played. Not sure why. The down official said that it should have stopped and that the ball actually never crossed on Bass's first attempt. But now we're still playing. So if Spring Mills doesn't get this point, they're going to have a huge fit potentially. And I wouldn't blame them.
Well, now it's been a long volley.
Nobody wants to back down. Let's see here. Stevens. No! Villa deep. Junkin. Diving save. Who's going to break?
I don't know, but this is pretty impressive.
It should have been over a minute ago. Spring Mills finally gets the point to make it 23-22. If I'm Coach Junkin, though, I'm still going over asking why that whistle wasn't louder and the play stopped.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like he was chirping over there, but didn't get much of a response.
Malott. Sifford. Zittel sets it up. Bajan tries to get it over. Can't do so. We're tied at 23 all. Martinsburg's going to use a timeout now. Take a 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Welcome back. Martinsburg used its last timeout. We're tied at 23 here in the first set. Malott, though, out of the timeout, sends it long, making it 24-23. Martinsburg now with set point opportunity. Sifford. Junkin. That's going to be tough. Stevens, though, can get it with a free ball. Zittel. Bajent. Point Martinsburg. They take set one 25-23 over Spring Mills. We'll now step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back with the second set. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back to Spring Mills High School inside the Cardinal Coliseum. Martinsburg leads 1-0 after taking the first set 25-23. Second set's brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields & Sons, proudly serving our area since 18 80. I'm Colin McLaughlin here for TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Alongside me on the call, Nick Verzolini. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. Very back and forth first set. It was Martinsburg for a majority of that first set down, but were able to take it in the end and now have the advantage.
It seemed like Spring Mills was going to take that set, but then Martinsburg just kind of figured some things out. It really started with the Villa block. Once she got that block, momentum started to shift Martinsburg's way, and Spring Mills allowed it to get tied at 20 before, of course, going down a few points and then taking the timeout. So maybe it was a little bit too late to call that. I don't know, but either way, Martinsburg responded really from that point forward.
Junkin saves that now over the block from the outside by Sasha Connor. Comes Bass over the block, and it stays sailing out of play. First point of set 2 goes to Spring Mills.
I believe Martinsburg took first point of set 1, so.
A lot. Strovel serve receive. Couldn't get it to Zittel, so an ace for Spring Mills, who now leads at 2-0. Gabby Malott. Strovel, Martinsburg, Zittel. Set up Bass, who dumps it to Junkin. Malott sets it behind her for Sammy Stevens. Through the block, but right to Strovel, who hits it across. They now reverse it to Connor. Strovel's there yet again. This time it's Bajent trying to go over the block. Tipping it up with Sasha Connor, but nobody's there to get it. Point Martinsburg, 2-1. Zittel to serve. Short. Point Spring Mills, 3-1. Sasha Connor will now serve. Villa hits it away into the scores table for a Spring Mills ace. It's now 4-1.
Yeah, Zittel gave it all she could. Luckily, she avoided the scores table.
Connor to serve again. Goes to Villa. Villa, Zittel. Into the air. It's Strovel over the block. Out. Point Spring Mills, 5-1. See if Nelson thinks about burning a timeout early.
Yeah, it's usually a little bit early to see one, but it's a pretty big match, obviously. You don't want to go down a huge margin.
Strovel just tips it right past the hand of Sammy Stevens, who was setting up the block. She went to our right, her left, make it 5-2.
But at that time, they were only down 4. Now they're only down 3. So it's a little early, I think, probably, but you're starting to think about it at least.
Long serve. Hull keeps it alive and now has the spike right past the block, straight to Zittel. Rupenthal. And now a free ball. Middle attack, blocked. Spurgeon was that one at first, and now Stevens finesses over the block, make it 6-2.
This is kind of how set 1 went. A lot of the time it was Spring Mills with a 3-4 point lead, but Martinsburg still battled back and took set 1, so see how set 2 goes.
Spurgeon to Sifford, ace. Spring Mills to make it 7-2. Spurgeon to serve again. Right past Sifford. Out of play. Point Martinsburg to make it 7-3.
Yeah, a lot of service errors tonight.
Junkin with the serve receive. A setup for Stevens. Right to Zittel. It's it straight up. Now meeting at the net, Lexi Stevens puts it to the Martinsburg side, and that's too high over Villa. Point Spring Mills to make it 8-3. Sammy Stevens, it looks like, will now serve for Spring Mills. Stevens sends it across. Rupenthal to Zittel. Up for Strovel. Point Martinsburg. 8-4 now. Now serving is Cameron Sign. Sign sends it to Junkin. Bolden sets up Hull. Hull dumps it to the middle of Martinsburg. Zittel dives, gets it. Sifford for Villa, dumps it deep. Junkin was there. Almost ran into Connor, who has the second hit. Now a free ball sent by Bolyard. Zittel sets it across for Villa. Point Spring Mills to make it 9-4 as that one just out.
It had a lot of power behind it, but couldn't keep it in play.
That goes off tape, and ace from Hull to make it 10-4.
Yeah, those happen from time to time, and they're kind of lucky, but also it is the idea that you're trying to serve it pretty low to be effective.
You good over there?
Yeah, I'm just getting a little tangled. So,
well, she does it again.
Exactly how they drew it up, Colin.
One time's luck, second time coincidence? I don't know. 11-4 Spring Mills. Martinsburg timeout. We'll take it with them. 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
A DUI arrest can have a devastating impact on one's life, your job, your driver's license, and in some cases, your very freedom. My name is Harley Wagner. I own and operate West Virginia's only exclusive DUI defense firm. Since 1999, I've been representing citizens throughout the Eastern Panhandle and state of West Virginia charged with DUI. Let my years of training and experience work for you.
The initial consultation is free at the Wagner Law Firm in Martinsburg. Phone 304-901-7400 or online at westvirginiaduilawyers.com.
We welcome you back. 11-4 here in the second set. It's Spring Mills up 7 against Martinsburg as Hull to serve out of the Martinsburg timeout. And it goes into the net. Those timeouts have worked to get those serve errors, I believe, almost every time now for Martinsburg. There's Villa to serve now at 11-5. Junkin. Jones to Connor, behind Connor, so she has to stop and hit it over. Zittel sets up Bass, who dumps it to Bolden. Junkin, long shot across to Connor, a block, but the block not effective. It just sails over towards the Spring Mills bench and out. So a tooled kill to make it 12-5.
Yeah, you'll take that.
Junkin. Serve. Bad serve receive. Can they save it? They can, though, with a free ball. Connor over the block and just in on the back line. 13-5 Spring Mills now, up by 8.
Yeah, great swing from Connor. She's one of the more experienced players on this team heading into the season, so you expect stuff like that from her.
Junkin serves to Sign. McMillan dumps it high. Bolden sets it up. Junkin, Connor, Sifford, Zittel, Bass. Point off the dump for Martinsburg to make it 13-6.
Yeah, good try from Junkin, but that's a tough one to get to, especially from where she was on the court. So
Sifford will now serve. Goes to Jones. Bolden sets up Bolyard over the block of Bass. Gets the kill to make it 14-6 Spring Mills.
Another well-executed kill from the Cardinals. And in set one, it did really feel like they were playing pretty good volleyball, but for whatever reason, they couldn't hold on to that lead, and then Martinsburg ended up kind of stealing it there at the end. So,
Bass
hits the antenna.
Off the block of Stevens, it hit the antenna, so point should be for Martinsburg.
Yeah.
Make it 14-7. The antenna needed straightened out.
Yeah, it was a good block and just kind of bad luck of where the ball ended up going, because if you're able to direct that one in a different direction, I think it's going to end up being a Cardinal point.
Zittel with the serve error into the net. Point Cardinals make it 15-7.
Based off of kind of the power behind it. So
Sasha Connor to serve. Straight to Villa. It's straight up. Zittel. Bajent off block. Junkin tried to keep it alive, but nobody could get her hit. Point Martinsburg make it 15-8.
Yeah, Junkin did a good job of getting to it. Didn't necessarily get the hit I think she wanted for her teammates to be set up a little bit better.
Rupenthal. Junkin hits it backwards. Connor hits it back towards the net, and Junkin hits a free ball across. Bajent, Zittel, back to Bajent, off block. Connor. Junkin has to rescue it at the back line, and another free ball sent by Spring Mills. Villa off block, and there you go. The kill, make it 15-9. This back-to-back free ball sent by Spring Mills allows Martinsburg to capitalize easily.
Yeah, you knew if you were Martinsburg on that possession, you had to take advantage of what Spring Mills was trying to set up for you, and Villa did just that.
Here's Abby Rupenthal again. Off tape, Junkin somehow got to it. Connor hits it out, though. Point Martinsburg to make it 15-10, and the Bulldogs chipping away at that lead once again.
Yeah, not a bad idea from Connor in terms of where she was trying to place that one, but didn't have the angle, I guess.
Again, nicks the tape this time here. Stevens over the block attempt to Bajent. Strovel sends it out of play. Point Spring Mills, making it 16-10. Spurgeon to Sifford. Zittel. Nice setup for Villa, and that's a rocket ship landing back home to make it 16-11.
So that's why they call it a kill.
Target practice.
Yeah. Villa with a ton of power behind it.
Stevens through the block. Rupenthal couldn't get much off of it, and everybody was just ball tracking. So it continued to go out of play. 17-11 Spring Mills now back up by 6.
Yeah, it was a great job by Stevens to get it through that block and angle it perfectly against the Bulldog defense.
Sammy Stevens now serves. It's short. Crouching down is Rupenthal to get it. Here's Villa again. Right through the hands of Sasha Connor. Point Bulldogs to make it 17-12. See if Villa can be the spark that Martinsburg needs. Cameron Sign to serve. Sign. Hall. Junkin hesitated, and now a free ball sent. Zittel for McMillan. Another point for Martinsburg. So that ball kind of goes behind us here. You got it or you want me to?
They got it.
Okay, Bolliard comes to the rescue to get to that one.
It was just easier.
They're already on their feet. We're not. 17-13. Spring Mills
I'd probably
up by
get tangled
4.
up and then fall and knock over the equipment, and then there's just all these problems, so they can just get it themselves.
And that one into the net. Point Martinsburg to make it 17-14 as Bolliard forces Junkin's hand to call a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Yeah.
Drive More Days is back at Carter Myers Automotive. And this year, we'll keep you rolling with a $1,000 gas card. Visit any of our locations to take a test drive, and we'll enter you into a drawing to win a $1,000 gas card. With that kind of money, fill up at the pump for the rest of the year, completely on us. Stop in during Drive More days for your chance to win a $1,000 gas card. Only at Carter Myers Automotive. Owners just care more.
Here inside the Cardinal Coliseum, set number 2 at 17-14. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg. Set 1, it was Martinsburg defeating Spring Mills 25-23 here in the Class 4A Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Winner goes to take on Hedgesville Thursday. Loser, season comes to an end. Out of the timeout, we get a serve error. So the trend after timeouts continues. It's 18-14. Marley Hull now to serve. Sifford. Zittel. McMillan off block. Very close to the net. Bolden has to hit it back. Free ball sent by Bolyard. Overhit Bolyard. Everybody on the floor for Martinsburg. And that is ineffective. Point Spring Mills to make it 19-14.
Everybody hit the floor.
Hull. Sifford. Zittel. Dumps it. And it's over and out. I don't think that was the intention to dump. She was trying to set. You could kind of tell by her reaction. But now it makes it 20-14. So Spring Mills with that comfortable lead up 6. 5 points away from taking the set. Knotting this up at 1 set apiece. There you go with Villa again with the sonic boom, making it 20-15.
Yeah, but Martinsburg's clearly proven tonight an ability to come back. So even though this lead feels pretty significant, I wouldn't count out the Bulldogs here quite yet. And Villa was the one that gave them the spark last time.
Villa to serve. Junkin got in the way of Hull and hit it over towards Sasha Connor, but too far out in front. It's an ace to make it 20-16. Jones now will enter. Villa. Jones. Bolden calls up the set for Connor. Goes to Sifford. Villa keeps it alive. Zittel sends a free ball to Jones. Jones back to Bolden with a nice set for Lexi Stevens. Villa with the dig. Zittel sends it to Bass off block. Junkin saves it, but too far away from a teammate with that touch to make it 20-17 Martinsburg. So again, you are right. They're trying to come back yet again.
Yeah, and they're not out of it here at just 20-17, so...
Villa serves long. It's out. Point Spring Mills, making it 21-17. If your Spring Mills can kind of take a sigh of relief there, not have to use a timeout.
Yeah.
Junkin now to serve.
Once you get to this point in the match, that Martinsburg can't really afford those kind of mistakes.
Zittel, McMillan. Was there contact made up front?
So.
No. Point Spring Mills. 22-17 now.
Jones almost made contact with it as it was heading out of bounds, but she was able to hold off, and now we get the Martinsburg timeout.
We'll take a 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The following is from an actual phone call.
Hello there. I'm a volunteer with End of Life Choices, and you knew a gentleman, Edward, who was coming out to use Oregon's Death with Dignity law. I actually worked with him, and he wanted me to reach out to you once he died to let you know that he did pass yesterday. So I did want to get that message to you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Let's not let this happen in West Virginia. Vote to permanently ban medically assisted suicide. Vote for Amendment 1.
We welcome you back here after Martinsburg's timeout. Serve. Tough angle, and an unsuccessful shot across by Emma Bass makes it 23-17. Junkin. Sign. Couldn't get the serve received just right. An ace for Spring Mills makes it 24-17. Set point opportunity now for Spring Mills to tie us up at one set apiece. It's Junkin. Long to Sign. Sign Zittel for the setup. And it goes into the net from Bass. Spring Mills takes the second set. 25-17 over Martinsburg. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with set number 3. This is EPAC Playoff Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back here. Class 4A, Region 2, Section 1 semifinal between the 3rd seed Martinsburg Bulldogs and the 2nd seed Spring Mills Cardinals. Set 1 went 25-23 Martinsburg. However, set 2 just went Spring Mills 25, Martinsburg 17. Here in the best 3 of 5. We're knotted up at 1 as we head to the 3rd set, brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. Winner of this one heads to the sectional championship on Thursday at Hedgesville. The other team's season comes to an end. You see a few Hedgesville players up behind us in attendance watching this one, waiting to see who their opponent will be on Halloween night.
It's very true. It will be Halloween.
Yeah? You bringing the candy for us?
No. That's your job.
I'm at least wearing a costume.
Who knows what I'll do?
Okay.
Yeah.
I do. Not wear a costume.
That's what you think, but you don't know for sure.
Fair point. Zittel to Jones. Malott met at the net by Strovel. Strovel wins the battle. Point Martinsburg to make it 1-0. Zittel to serve again. Swing and a miss from Jones. Ace. Martinsburg to make it 2-0. See here if the trend continues of the team that scores first wins the set. It was Martinsburg in the first set, got the first point, they won. Spring Mills got the first set in set 2, they won.
We should see.
Zittel, Connor, Junkin, back for Connor. Past the block and in, point Spring Mills, make it 2-1. Here comes Gabby Malott. Malott to serve. Bajent, Zittel. For Strovel, and it's hit into the net, 2-2. Malott to serve again. Off tape, ace. Spring Mills now leads it 3-2. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that a few times here tonight. It's always a tough play. If you could do it every time, you do it every time.
Sefford, Zittel. Not the best set there as we get a in-the-net call against Martinsburg. So 4 straight points now for Spring Mills.
Yeah, and again, it felt like in set 1 that Spring Mills looked like the better team early on. So I don't know. I mean, they just kind of fell apart a little bit. But set 2 was pretty good, and set 3's been good after a slow start.
Yeah, 5 straight points now. Another ace. Martinsburg with poor serve receive, had to retreat to try to get it. Malott serves it long and just out. That ends the run. Point Martinsburg to make it 5-3.
But it's never easy in the EPAC. And Spring Mills has been a team that we've seen individual talent and we've seen some good things from them over the last few years, but haven't quite taken it to that next step. And I think this year's team a little bit less experienced, but you still feel pretty good about a lot of their talent.
It's an ace for Martinsburg off the serve-receive mistake, making it 5-4. Rubenthal with another serve, and that goes right into the net. Point Spring Mills to make it 6-4. So the ace canceled out by an error. Here comes Sasha Connor.
Yeah, that's always tough. You're able to get a good play, and then you counter it with a poor play, and then another service ace here by the Cardinals, make it 7-4. Connor's been good tonight with her serves.
Connor off tape, but this time Zittel was there.
And then off block, and that gets the point for the Cardinals. So, Colin, it's 8-4 Spring Mills. And you're seeing a lot of good things here from this Cardinal team tonight. I still don't really know what happened in set 1.
At Sales, at a play from Connor. Point Martinsburg to make it 8-5.
But we know Martinsburg's talented, and Martinsburg's going to compete. They competed with Musselman and Hedgesville already, so there's no reason why they can't compete with Spring Mills here tonight.
Bagent sends a floater. Here's Sammy Stevens right into the hands of Peyton McMillan. Point Martinsburg making it 8-6. Stevens just never really had the best swing there. Didn't have time to kind of jump to get that one down instead of just a liner.
Yeah, she didn't have a ton of power and really a ton of a downward hit to it.
Villa did, but goes off Stevens. So Roof gives Spring Mills a 9-6 lead. Olivia Spurgeon will now serve. And it's in. Rupenthal thought it was going out, let it go right behind her. It hits the line, I believe, to make it 10-6. That's why you got to turn and follow it out all the way. Can't have those silly mistakes here.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
at times she does backtrack and play it.
It seems like at every level we're talking about those kind of things where you don't always do what you have to do, and that inconsistency can really come back and hurt you. But even the best teams struggle with it at times, Colin.
That's a point again for Spring Mills to make it 11-6. Spurgeon. Across to Villa. Zittel sets up Villa off block. Nobody's behind the block of the Stevens sisters. So that time a kill for Martinsburg to make it 11-7.
I thought for a second, Spurgeon's ball was going to head out, and I was like, wow, my pass threw off her timing. But it wasn't the case.
Serve from Sign. It's Hull straight down the line, but off block, and now a dump to Junkin from Villa. A long one over to Hull, who just sends it across with a dump, and now a block, I think. Yes. Stevens couldn't believe it. As Villa, one of the harder hits tonight, is defeated to make it 12-7.
Yeah, but you had both Stevens sisters going up for it, so makes it that much tougher. Villa, though, did all she could.
Sammy Stevens, Connor, and away from Hall, and the angle not there. That's 4 hits. Point Martinsburg to make it 12-8.
Yeah, you got to have better passing there if you're Spring Mills. Or at least you'd like to see some better passing.
Villa will serve. Connor, Bolden, Bolliard into the net. Point Martinsburg, making it 12-9. Villa with another serve now incoming. It's a cross right to Connor. And Connor's going to get called with a lift to make it 12-10.
Yeah, and Martinsburg's gotten right back into it now. 12-10.
12-10. Connor. Bolden. There's a big hit from Bolliard, making it 13-10.
Yeah, that makes up for it a little bit.
Hall. Sign hits it towards her bench. Zittel. McMillan with a free ball to Junkin. Bolden sets up Lexi Stevens off block. A Bass. Villa into the net. And here we go. Junkin with a split. Junkin. Solid dig there. Bolliard past the block and gets the kill for Spring Mills, making it 14-10.
Yeah, nice kill that time from the Cardinals. They've had some well-executed points throughout the match.
Hall with the long serve. The Sifford who sends that towards the rafters. Zittel now across for Bass. Dumps it across. Connor now off block of Zittel and McMillan. They go back to Sasha Connor. This time taps it over, but Zittel's ready. Spins around, and now a dump from Martinsburg's Bass. Bolliard. Sign. Zittel continues to hustle back and forth to get these sets, but Martinsburg hasn't really gotten much out of it here this volley. Neither side has. Another lengthy back and forth.
Yeah, haven't had that great setup, but
there you go for Sasha Connor to make it 15-10.
Honestly, it didn't necessarily look like the best pass, but Connor was in the perfect spot, and it ended up being a really nice play for the Cardinals. But it wasn't your traditional way of setting things up.
Connor, Bolden, back to Sasha Connor on the outside, and it's out this time. Point Martinsburg to make it 15-11. Sifford to serve. Jones. Bolden for Bolliard. Hits the antenna. Point Martinsburg. 15-12. In baseball, that's fair. In volleyball, it's a foul.
Not very similar sports.
You're both hitting a ball.
That's most sports. Well, not hitting the ball. Well, kind of.
Point Spring Mills, making it 16-12. Junkin to serve. And it's an error. Hits the net, rolls down, 16-13 now. Martinsburg to serve, down by 3. First, a substitution. Strovo will check in for Sign. Zittel to serve. Connor sets up the other side. Bajent says thank you very much. Gets it for 16-14 now.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a quiet night from Bajan, but we know how good she can be for this Martinsburg team. So they're able to get her going as well as some of their other premier power hitters. That could be huge for Martinsburg if they want to turn the tide of this set and of the match.
17-14 is Zittel with the serve error. Now serving for Spring Mills will be Gabby Malott. Malott. Villa. Zittel. Sets up Strovel, opposite side to Connor. Connor taps it over the block and gets it in. Point Spring Mills, making it 18-14. Gabby Malott to serve again. Sifford. First contact for Zittel. Bass. She's blocked. However, I believe the block might have went out. Make it 18-15. Rubenthal to serve now for Martinsburg. Now we're switching balls for some reason.
I don't know.
See if this one's up to standards.
I guess he felt like it was a little bit flat.
A knuckle serve across. Jones was there, and now this is hit just out from Spring Mills' side. Make it 18-16. Martinsburg serves long and out. 19-16. Sasha Connor will now serve. Connor. Rubenthal, Zittel. For Bajent. She gets it. 19-17 now.
Yeah, Bajent didn't necessarily have a ton of power behind that one, but Malott wasn't really in a great spot to play it, and the Bulldogs are back within two.
Junkin. Malott for Stevens. Did Rubenthal get it? She did.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if it hit first, but they set up Stevens again. Rubenthal, another recovery. Malott. And Stevens do it a third time. This time she just taps it. Bajent. Now Villa dumps it. Malott goes the other way. And it's blocked. Free ball. Martinsburg, Strovel off block. Point Bulldogs to make it 19-18. Defense sets up the offense for Martinsburg.
Well, both teams just leaving it all on the floor on that volley. I mean, all over the place and trying to keep things alive. But Martinsburg ends up winning the point.
19-18, Bajent serves. Malott, Stevens, Zittel was ready, but I think there might have been contact to get it to change directions at the last second to make it 20-18. Olivia Spurgeon will now serve for Spring Mills.
Yeah, that's big, especially because Martinsburg was able to counter so many Stevens attacks on that previous point. That time she just sends it home.
Here comes Villa on the attack. Off the block, Alexi Stevens, and she made second contact, not realizing that right behind her, ready for it, was Gabby Malott. So it's 20-19.
Yeah, just a little bit of a miscommunication, I guess you could say there.
Martinsburg to serve. Right to Junkin. Malott sets up Lexi Stevens. Goes straight to Sifford, and Sifford sends it into the wall. 21-19 now. Spring Mills back up by 2. 4 points away from set victory to take a 2-1 set advantage. Sammy Stevens Sifford passes to Zittel. Zittel sets up Villa. Junkin. Great recovery on the backup by Hall, and a free ball sent across. Martinsburg now scrambling. Villa taps it over. Here comes Hall on the outside, off block. But right to, I believe, that sign. It was. And now it's Spring Mills back on the attack. Bolyard pushes it off the block. Point Spring Mills to make it 22-19. Timeout Martinsburg. We'll take the 30-second break with them. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 30 seconds.
Rox has 3 new chicken sandwiches for $4.99. They got the golden chicken sandwich, the hot honey mango, and one with the 4 basic food groups: chicken, buffalo, bacon, and ranch. Righteous!
Rox Local Market. 3 new chicken sandwiches, just $4.99.
Rox has 3 new chicken sandwiches for $4.99. I'm getting the golden chicken sandwich or the buffalo bacon ranch. Hot honey mango for me. Dude, you don't have any eyebrows.
Rox Local Market. 3 new chicken sandwiches, just $4.99.
Welcome back, Cardinal Coliseum. 22-19. Spring Mills leads the third set against Martinsburg. Martinsburg just used the timeout. See how Sammy Stevens responds out of it. Goes to Sifford, Zittel, Villa. Sasha Connor sends it high into the night sky. And it's a point. Spring Mills. Wasn't sure if there was a pancake or not. It appeared for a brief moment that the ball was still live, but they say it resulted in a Cardinal point to make it 23-19.
Yeah, I thought Spring Mills had the point, and I checked the head official. He did signal for it, but it just took a little while for the players to stop playing.
Sifford sends a free ball to Junkin. Stevens has to go with a set for her sister. Villa dumps it to Bolyard. Stevens with another setup, this time for Bolyard. And she hits it out. Point Martinsburg to make it 23-20, and that's back-to-back times you saw Sammy Stevens there as the setter. That's not her position, usually. Villa serves to Hull. Bolden sets up Hull and goes over the block, but it came back down as Bass keeps it alive. Now a deep free ball to Junkin. Bolden sets up Hull. It's blocked. Junkin keeps it alive. They go to Bolyard. It's dug out. Zittel. Point Martinsburg is Bass with the kill to make it 23-21.
Great shot that time from Bass. Able to perfectly place it on that opposite side.
Villa, serve again. Goes to Hull. Bolden with the set for Lexi Stevens. Right to Villa. Zittel. Deflection up front at the net by Stevens. Goes to Sifford. And there's the kill for Spring Mills. Make it 24-21. Set point opportunity now for the Cardinals. Zittel going to come over and peel. Not getting it. She's trying to say that when Lexi Stevens made contact, she was over the net when Zittel went up for it. Appeal unsuccessful. Timeout taken by Martinsburg. Keep it here. It's the third set is brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, proud to be the owners who just care more. It's 24-21. Set point opportunity for Spring Mills, trying to take a 2-1 advantage here in the Region 2 Section 1 semifinal. Advance to the section championship against Hedgesville on Thursday.
And the Eagles are in the house. Quite a few Hedgesville players and coaches in attendance wanting to see who they end up playing on Thursday night. And, of course, just probably wanting to watch some volleyball. Obviously, there's only so much you can really prepare for each opponent, and these teams all know each other really well.
Well, there you go. Connor gets the kill off block. Spring Mills takes the third set against Martinsburg by a final of 25-21. to 21. So now Spring Mills up 2-1. Step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back with the fourth set. This is EPAC Playoff Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 6 new providers who've joined University Health Associates East and our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center. Dr. Michael Zaplicki, Neurointerventional Radiology. Dr. Brittany Davis, Psychology. Dr. Durba Dungana, Family Medicine, Sports Medicine. Nurse Practitioner Melanie Douglas Soul, Gastroenterology. Dr. Vishal Gupta, Gastroenterology. And Physician Assistant Connor Hall, Ear, Nose, and Throat. Welcome to WVU Medicine.
This is Cody with Cody's Auto Body. The stories are on the way. Reliving glory days, the injury that prevented stardom, or the inevitable, I even could have made that play. With football season comes a lot of delusion of greatness. Well, no one believes you would have made it in the big leagues. Let's at least make them think you're a good driver. Bring that vehicle to me and I will make it the pride of the parking lot at every game. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body, the MVP of your season. That's Cody's with a T for trust.
We welcome you back as we head to the fourth set of the match, which is brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. It's a 2-1 advantage for Spring Mills against Martinsburg. The Bulldogs now in do-or-die mode. Colin McLaughlin alongside me, Nick Verzolini. Dylan Bishop back to the studio. First set went Martinsburg. Next two went Spring Mills. So the trend of first team that scores in a set wins the set disproven tonight here in that third set.
Yeah. That was the trend early on. I think Spring Mills, again, they had a nice lead in set one, and then things kind of fell apart for them. Martinsburg still has a chance here tonight. I don't think there's been that much of a difference between these two teams, but we've seen overall some good sets from the Cardinals. The Bulldogs have not quite gotten into, I think, what they want to do at a consistent level, but we'll see how this plays out here, Colin.
Here we go with the fourth set. Gabby Millot hits the net. Point Martinsburg on the serve error. Zittel will now serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Goes to Junkin. Millot sets Sasha Connor up. Hits it over. And it's a point for Spring Mills as first contact made by Martinsburg. Not the best. Sasha Connor will now serve. Zittel. Strovo blocked, but the block goes out. Point Martinsburg, making it 2-1.
It's always kind of interesting when you have the block and you always just think that that's a good thing, but then you block it and it goes out of bounds. It's a point for the other team. So always kind of a tough play because you did what you were supposed to do, just didn't quite get it where you wanted it.
Stevens gets blocked and then tried to swing at it again, but couldn't. Point Martinsburg, making it 3-1. Go over to Hall a lot. Stevens. Villa's there. Now whistle blown. And not sure what the call is, but the Spring Mills make it 3-2. So Olivia Spurgeon will now serve. Spurgeon to Villa. Zittel. It's a high one. It's dumped across by Villa to the opposite side. There's Lexi Stevens. Dig from Sifford. Villa Jumps to Stevens, who just swats it back at the Martinsburg side, and now her sister is able to do so as well to make it 3 apiece. She said, if Sammy can't get the point, I can. Here comes Olivia Spurgeon. And it's an ace as Sifford swings and hits that one too low. 4-3. Spring Mills now in control. Spurgeon to serve again. Off tape, it's short. Ace Spring Mills. It's now 5-3.
Yeah, again, it's been Spurgeon's service that has started a lot of big runs tonight for the Cardinals.
Free ball. Connor. Malat. Lexi Stevens goes to the left of the block of Bajent. It's kept alive by Martinsburg. Sent back across to Spring Mills. Hull sends it to the Bulldogs. Here comes Villa. She's blocked. Point Spring Mills. 6-3 now. In the Stevens household, sharing is caring. They both get the block that time.
Yeah, they've been a very good combo all season long, especially on the blocks. It makes it very tough when you have two girls that are 6'2", and we just don't have a whole lot of that kind of highter out here.
And they continue to share up front, 7-3.
Yeah, maybe give a little bit more credit to Sammy on that one, but Lexi was there as well, which makes it difficult to try to find out the right angle against the tall Stevens sisters. So they're very talented, and they're obviously 6'2", which helps.
Spurgeon with an ace off tape again, making it 8-3. It's her dominance on the serve just continues here tonight.
Yeah, she's been very good. A few service errors, but usually those are coming after 3, 4, 5-point runs.
Free ball. Connor. Set by Malat for Sammy Stevens off the hands of Villa. And here comes Villa on the attack. Spurgeon sends that high. Lexi Stevens sends it back. It's dumped by Hull. Zittel sets up Strovel off the hands of Hull and Stevens. They go this time to Villa off Lexi Stevens. Strovel keeps it alive. A dump to the backside. Sasha Connor was ready for it. Malat, Lexi Stevens to the middle. Rupenthal, Lexi Stevens, Sifford, Zittel, free ball, kept alive by Connor. Stevens gets it for Spring Mills. Everything going the Cardinals' way here so far in this fourth set. It's now 9-3. That was just grit there in that volley on both sides. Olivia Spurgeon with the hot hand, trying to extend this lead even further. Sifford, very close for Zittel at the net. She's able to get it. Villa just past the block. Point Martinsburg, make it 9-4. Bajent will now serve. Bajent. Connor. Malat to Lexi Stevens. It's out. Point Martinsburg, making it 9-5. So Bajent will serve again. Connor straight up from Malat. Here comes Sammy Stevens over the block of McMillan and gets the kill. 10-5. Spring Mills.
Yeah, nice run here for the Cardinals. They've definitely established a solid lead. But set one didn't go their way. Martinsburg was able to come back and win it. So you got to keep the execution at a high level if you're Spring Mills. That's a nice kill there from Martinsburg.
Yep, and I say Villa making it 10-6. She'll now serve. Never mind. She went back, but it's actually Cameron Sign serving. Sign serves. Low. Error. Point Spring Mills, making it 11-6.
Yeah, that's happened a few times tonight where Martinsburg's been able to get some momentum, get a point back. It feels like they have a chance to get it going, and then they service error on their first set or on their first serve, and that's just not going to get it done.
Lexi Stevens stuffs McMillan at the net. Villa now dumps it. Bolden backs up. Bolliard. Now a huge swing that Junkins there for. Connor, backside to Rupenthal. Zittel sets up Villa. And this time it's blocked by Bolliard and Lexi Stevens. And that's under the net. Point Spring Mills, making it 12-6. As here in this fourth set, they've been able to just have their way on that outside when Martinsburg goes to Villa.
Yeah, I mean, give credit to the Spring Mills defense.
There's a serve error from Hall. Kicking herself there at that one. It's 12-7 now.
Yeah, overall she's played pretty well. I think she's a freshman, so you've seen some good things from Hall tonight, but that time just made a mistake.
Villa serves to Junkin, and Junkin, poor serve receive. Ace Martinsburg to make it 12-8. Villa trying to be the spark again like she was in that first set to give Martinsburg the advantage. Villa right back to Junkin. This time Junkin, even with another bad serve receive, can be bailed out thanks to Jones. And a block by Alexi Stevens gives the point to Spring Mills to make it 13-8. Junkin will now serve. Sign. Zittel with the set. It's Bass to Jones. Connor to Bolliard off the block of McMillan. And it's a kill for Spring Mills, making it 14-8. Junkin. Serve again. Villa. Zittel sets up Bass through the block. Junkin was there, but couldn't get enough underneath it. Point Martinsburg, making it 14-9. Sifford serves to Junkin. Bolden. Great setup for Connor. Now Martinsburg scrambling. Bajent sends a lofted free ball. Junkin. Bolden. Middle attack for Spurgeon. And there you go. Another point for Spring Mills, making it 15-9.
Yeah, Cardinals just 10 points away now, Colin, from winning this set, winning this match. So they're in position to take care of business. But what can Martinsburg do here? The season on the line for the Bulldogs.
Blott sends it short off the tape. You saw the reaction there at first from Martinsburg, but then they hesitated, thinking that it wasn't going to come across. But unfortunately for the Bulldogs, it did, making it 16-9 Spring Mills. Timeout taken by Martinsburg. We'll take a 30-second break alongside. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
We're back. Set number 4. Gabby Millett serving for Spring Mills out of the Martinsburg timeout. She sends it long. Point Martinsburg off the error to make it 16-10. Winner of this takes on Hedgesville Thursday. Other team season comes to an end as Zittel serves. Millett sets up. Sammy Stevens on the far side. Not the best contact there from Stevens. That goes off the tape from Strovel. Sammy Stevens on this side now gets it over the block attempts from Bajent and Bass, making it 17-10. Looks like a few Hedgesville Eagles have seen enough of this one, heading already out.
Yeah, beat the traffic. One way in, one way out around here, Colin.
This isn't Friday. There's not a crowd of over 7,000 here tonight.
Still can take a little bit of time, believe it or not.
Depending on how the light is there's a block from Bajent, making it 17-11.
And also, we're never out of here in that amount of time anyway. Usually everybody's already left. But sometimes there's a little bit of a hangover crowd.
Friday nights.
Yeah, Friday nights.
Usually not Tuesday nights is the serve to Connor.
Basketball season.
And that serve receive from Sasha Connor. Too close into the net to be dealt with. So an ace, making it 17-12 as Abby Rubenthal try to go back-to-back with the points for Martinsburg. Down by 5 against Spring Mills here in the fourth set is Junkin with another poor serve receive. Seen that a few times here this set from her. Olivero allows it to become 17-13. We'll have a timeout, Spring Mills. Step aside, take another 30-second break. This is EPAC Playoff Volleyball on CV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Welcome back here. It's 17-13. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg. It's Martinsburg trying to hang on for another set. That blocked. Strovel keeps it alive, but gets called with a lift while doing so. So point Spring Mills, make it 18-13. Olivia Spurgeon now to serve, and she's been nearly unstoppable, it feels like, for the most part tonight back there.
Yes, she has been one of the keys to success for the Cardinals so far tonight.
Sammy Stevens, spike, off block of Bajent.
And she's always a key in Sammy Stevens.
Spring Mills making it now 19-13, I believe.
Yeah, should be. One of the best players, though, in the EPAC is Stevens. And anytime you're getting good serves, though, Spurgeon and some of the others for the Cardinals consistently getting it over the net, that's what is so crucial. Obviously, the serve and the serve receive.
Villa, very close.
They'll give it to him.
Point Martinsburg, making it 19-14.
Yeah, honestly, not sure.
I couldn't tell either.
But
it's too fast out of Villa's hand.
Yeah, and I'm just used to relying on the ref, honestly, because I don't want to make a call that's wrong.
Bajent serves to Junkin, who hits it straight up. Malott for Sammy Stevens off the block of Villa, kept alive by Rupenthal. Zittel, middle attack for McMillan. Junkin's there. Malott sets up Sammy Stevens again, this time over the block, but kept alive from the backside of Martinsburg. Villa to Junkin, straight up into the air. Here comes Malott again, this time far side. Big swing from Hall, but another great dig by Martinsburg. And a dump into no man's land. Point Martinsburg as Villa saw everybody backing up, expecting another big swing, so she just puts it right into the middle. So the lead down to 4. Bajent. Not a good serve, making it 20-15. Spring Mills 5 points away from heading to Hedgesville Thursday night. Stevens. Villa. Set up now by Zittel for Villa. Pass Stevens. off block, so even if it was out, it didn't matter. It's a point, Martinsburg, making it 20-16. Cameron Sign will now serve.
Yeah, but we're in that crucial point in the match, Colin. 20 points for one team before the other team is really that close can kind of be that situation where you really can't afford mistakes if you're Martinsburg.
Martinsburg. Ooh!
Wow. She's fine.
Sounded like Rupenthal got a good piece of the bleachers, but I think she kind of just jumped off of it to make that rattle. Now free ball sent by Sifford. Junkin. Bolden for Lexi Stevens in the middle, and she hits it out. 20-17 now.
Yeah, initially I think Martinsburg thought they gave up the point, but were relieved to hear the out call.
Here's another Martinsburg serve. Connor, Bolden for Hull. Hull dumps it to the opposite side. Zittel towards the bench. Shine keeps it alive, and a free ball that's short to Connor. Bolden. Hull off the tape. McMillan keeps it alive. Sifford up. Villa at the net. Just has to tap it across. Spring Mills on the attack. It's Lexi Stevens again hitting it out. She's in that middle spot. Usually you see her just swing away and put it wherever she wants, but back-to-back mistakes by Lexi Stevens makes it a 2-point lead at 2018. Here comes Hall. Right side swing from her this time. As Villa splits the defense. It's in. Point Martinsburg making it 2019. And Spring Mills is going to use a timeout. Take a 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome back here. It's 2019 in the fourth set. Spring Mills trying to hang on to win 3-1. They have the 2-1 advantage right now. Martinsburg trying to force a winner-take-all set 5. Hall sends it towards the bench. Connor puts it back towards an opportunity for a free ball from Junkin, who does so. Here's Villa. It's out. Couldn't tie it up, so it's 21-19 Spring Mills. Hull, the serve for Spring Mills, up by 2. Villa has to dump to Stevens. No lift call. Everybody thought there was on the Martinsburg side, at least. Connor, off block. Point Cardinals, making it 22-19.
Yeah, it kind of did look like a lift.
Yes, absolutely, in my opinion as well. But we're not the officials.
No, that is very true. So they would hopefully know better than us. But from our angle, that's what it did look like. And Spring Mills might have got away with it, but hey, they still earned their point.
Villa with the kill, making it 22-20. So Martinsburg will now serve.
Martinsburg continuing to fight, knowing, again, the season's on the line at this point. 22-20, fourth set. You're down 2-1. So
here comes Villa with the serve. Goes right to Jones. Junkin behind for Sasha Connor to Sifford. Zittel sets up Bass. Bass blocked by Bolyard. She gets a piece of it, but not into a teammate. So point Spring Mills, making it 23-20. Cardinals 2 points away from ending this one.
Yeah, Isabella's had a nice night. She's made some big plays for the Cardinals front line. She's not one of the Stevens sisters, so maybe she goes a little bit unnoticed because she's not as tall, but she does a great job as well. And one of the seniors on this Cardinal team that still has a lot coming back next year, Colin.
Yes, only looks like here, looking at the banners around the gym, 5 seniors in this Spring Mills varsity lineup. As the timeout taken by Martinsburg there. Will now resume. 23-20, Spring Mills.
Yeah, it's a nice mixture of veterans and younger players that I think have grown together throughout the season.
Junkin. The sign who cut off Sifford. It's an ace for Spring Mills, and they now have match point opportunity. And Jaden Junkin in this one here. Serve. Sign. Zittle sets up the middle for McMillan. Junkin. Balled in for Sasha Connor. Blocked by Martinsburg. They go back to Connor. Straight to Villa. Bass. Free ball that's deep. Jones keeps it in. This is close to the net. Bolden's there. Connor over Zittle. A dump meeting at the net. Connor deflecting it around. Zittle. McMillan off block. Junkin. Bolden. Connor for the win. Gets it. Spring Mills is headed to Hedgesville. Martinsburg is going home. Fourth set, Spring Mills 25, Martinsburg 20. So after falling in the first set, Spring Mills takes the next 3 to win 3-1.
Yeah, great match for Spring Mills tonight. Martinsburg definitely showed some fight, but the Cardinals throughout the match were the better team overall. But, you know, I think it's going to be tough for whoever won tonight to advance past Hedgesville and probably Musselman if you aren't able to get the win over Hedgesville on Thursday. So it's definitely going to be tough for Spring Mills, but you earn yourself an opportunity, and that's really what it's all about at this point in the year. For Martinsburg, as always, you know, when the season ends, you really feel for the seniors that give it their all. These two teams, too, I mean, have been solid all season long. They've showed some good competitiveness. So, yeah, I mean, looking forward to Thursday night, Colin.
Being told we need to take a break, so we're going to do so. 2-minute break, and come back to wrap things up. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Drive More Days is back at Carter Myers Automotive, and this year we'll keep you rolling with a $1,000 gas card. Visit any of our locations to take a test drive, and we'll enter you into a drawing to win a $1,000 gas card. With that kind of money, fill up at the pump for the rest of the year, completely on us. Stop in during Drive More Days for your chance to win a $1,000 gas card. Only at Carter Myers Automotive. Owners just care more.
Back to the Cardinal Coliseum as Spring Mills is victorious tonight, 3-1 against Martinsburg. Here in the 4A Region 2 Section 1 semi-final post-game show brought to you by Tudor's Biscuit World. Start your day the homemade way at Tudor's, located at 8625 Winchester Avenue in Inwood. Set 1, it was Martinsburg striking first with a 25-23 victory, but then it was all Spring Mills the rest of the way, taking set 2 25-17, set 3 25-21, and the final set, set number 4, 25-20. So Spring Mills will head to Hedgesville for the Section 1 championship on Thursday. We'll have coverage of that one for you as well. 7 p.m. will be the start of the match, so we'll go on air around 6:45. And for that one, your season does not come to an end if you lose. Both teams on Thursday will have a shot to play on Wednesday. It just determines, will you be home, will you be away. Unfortunately for Martinsburg, the season comes to an end tonight, finishing with a record of 15-14-2. For Dylan Bishop, Nick Verzolini, I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off this evening here from the Cardinal Coliseum. This has been EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
That concludes tonight's coverage of West Virginia High School volleyball, featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Tudor's Biscuit World and Anthony's Pizza of Inwood, the Marius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, W. Harley Miller Systems, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's Home Store, Hagerstown Ford, the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Berkeley County Health Department, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm. Keep it tuned to TV 10 for all of your local sports coverage. All rights reserved.